Hi, greetings from Avon, Indiana.
Hey.
We're just stopping by to give you a little update because if you haven't heard, there's been some craziness happening in Avon, and I've gotten a lot of texts about it today. People asking me what's going on, so we just thought we'd tell you what's going on. So basically, we went to bed Sunday night, ready for 2 more weeks of school before spring break, ready for rehearsals and me going into my last week of cadet guard and just a regular evening. And then we woke up Monday morning to a bunch of texts.
Yeah. I missed the fun. I hate daylight savings day. I hate it. And it takes me, I don't know, call me crazy, but it takes me a couple days to get used to it. So I know it's just an hour. And I tell myself that all the time. It's just an hour. Crying out loud. I don't know. I just hate it. So yeah, I took a melatonin and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to bed at 9 or 9:30 or whatever. And all of this stuff, kind of became public, I guess, right? Around 10:30, 11 o'clock or so. So I missed I woke up to 50 some text or whatever. So
it's crazy.
So I missed the fun, but.
Yeah. And we're not official sources of news or information. There's like a press conference. You could look on YouTube for Avon Community Schools with this coronavirus thing. But basically what happened is there was a student that tested positive in one of our schools. And on Monday, they canceled school for everybody just for that day. And then the school where the student attended, they closed it down for 2 weeks, which led up to spring break. And so kids had e-learning, and I went to school. I don't teach in Avon, so I went to school as normal. And
I should explain e-learning.
Oh yeah, e-learning.
So our school Avon we've kind of gotten into I remember when we started 3 or 4 years ago. We started looking into this whole e-learning program. Lots of schools are doing it. Some are still not, but yeah. So it's this whole e-learning where there's a website that for us for Avon right now. It's called Schoology. So we would go into our program of Schoology, and we would create assignments for students. And every kid has a laptop, so so all of that can happen, and teachers set it up so that students can make that happen. We haven't had a situation like this where it's been like a long time. We probably all have stories of our schools shutting down for a week because of a massive snowstorm. So this is kind of like the first time that we've had to do the e-learning program in an extended period of time. Ultimately, they're figuring it out and, doing what we can do,
Yeah.
Being there for our students and, giving them what they need. So that's kind of e-learning. I don't know if I've answered any questions, but ultimately it is a website, and it's called Schoology. I'm sure there's others websites out there that do things that are similar. I wouldn't know what they are, but
Canvas.
But we use Schoology, and that's where we can get to the students, give them assignments. They can come back. We have office hours that they can ask questions and all that kind of stuff. So they're still learning through a snow day, or in this case, this situation.
So Monday, because school was canceled, we had to cancel all of our rehearsals that night. Like indoor had rehearsal, I had cadet guard rehearsal, and we had to cancel. And basically, Avon canceled school Monday for everybody so they could figure out what they were going to do. And they did a press conference that afternoon and basically announced that Avon is closed until March 20th, which then begins our 2-week spring break. So basically the kids will not be going into their school buildings for a month. So immediately, just craziness. Like, I don't think Matt put his phone down for 16 straight hours because of all the texting and what's happening and what are we going to do. So just to kind of spell it out, my cadet guard season, we only had a week. This was our last week. So we had a Monday night, a Thursday night, and then our Saturday was our final show. And because the school is shut down, it just instantly ended our season, which is really disappointing. But there's nothing we can do about it. So we will have an end of the year celebration and kind of wrap it up there, but we got cut short on that one. But all the other groups, the world groups basically, they're unable to rehearse. And I think we're working through some ways to still continue getting better, even though we can't all meet and rehearse together. But the quarantine or whatever is happening, we can't go into the schools, ends on March 20th, which means we still have time for WGI and other events that happen after that. So we are excited that we'll still get to finish our seasons.
Well, not only that, but for our concert bands too. We're going to use this Schoology. We're going to use all that stuff. We'll probably have more individual time. Well, we will. We were talking about it today. Let's do this exercise through Schoology. Let's, as much as we would rather see the kids, for multiple reasons. You want to see them, but work as a group. But we'll get way more individual attention these next couple of weeks before spring break than maybe we will have ever had before. So I have a saying, sometimes you got to look at a situation and you got to make it the best thing that has ever happened to you. So even though it is a weird situation, how can you make this the best thing that could ever happen to you? And you look at it like that, and let's look at what we can do now. How can we deal with this? And in many ways, it's, we're going to work with an individual, being able to play their music, with all of our concert bands. I'm sure that the guards and the drum lines are doing the same. We're doing the same with indoor too. But the groups are doing so well. We feel great about where we are. Unfortunately, we can't, get together and, do our routines and our warm-ups and all of that as a group. But, we can use the technology, Schoology or private Facebook pages or, whatever to stay in contact and, work with kids through the technology that's provided for us and still, still keep in touch, So there's a lot. I do that with Crown too. Crown, we do it all the time. And I know there's, the time that we're filming this, what's it, the 10th? Mm-hmm. So far, I don't want to speak after what's going to happen today, but our March camp is still scheduled to happen. Crown, we do a lot of assignments through our private Facebook page that we just weekly things that we do, and kind of applying all of that we've learned through Crown and applying it to Avon here now that it kind of ends up being a couple weeks without seeing them, and so. Yeah. So yeah, it's not ideal, but our groups are already great, and it's now we're gonna really use this time to get to individuals and get as strong as we can, try as hard as we can, and be Avon. We're gonna be us. We're gonna work as hard as we can.
And I just want to say we are in no way against or angry about Avon closing the schools. They did what they had to do.
For me, it's just trust the experts.
Yeah. So we are not bashing that in any way.
No, you do what they think is right. Trust in the process. Believe in all that. It's like, okay, this is what they think is right. Then, okay, then we have to, play the hand that we're dealt with and do the best we can. And
so
stay healthy.
What's been super weird?
Wash our hands.
Wash your hands. What's been super weird though? It's only been a day. It's only Tuesday. I'm going to work as usual, but it is so bizarre. I'm not in a rush to leave my school building when I get stuck at a million traffic lights. It's like, well, I'll get home when I get home. Because usually every night we get home, we make dinner, we eat, and we're out the door for rehearsals. And just this whole 2 weeks of nothing,
It's us not leaving,
Yeah. I so far can go to work. My school district is not affected, but it's just such a different
We went in today, the administration allowed a set time for us to help kids get their instruments. So, but at 12 o'clock, everybody had to be out. And most of our kids came in and got their, cool. They couldn't enter the building, but we could go in and get their instrument for them. And so we did that. I'm, making assignments and being there, ask, kids have questions and stuff like that. So, yeah, you don't necessarily have to get up at 6 a.m. or whatever and put on a suit and tie, and you can be in your Mickey sweatshirt.
I know, he's in his hoodie, all comfy.
So that there's some positives to all that, but but yeah, we're still working. Shaylin's still doing what she's supposed to do, and yeah, we're just doing what we're doing what we're told. You know, stay where you're at. You know, and make sure you stay healthy. And
yeah. So as of today, Tuesday, March 10th, we're in our little 2-week off, and then we'll get back to business. I mean, who knows what will change tomorrow? Who knows what announcements will come out or whatever? But as of now, 2 weeks off, and then we get back to business and being great and doing our Avon thing. As far as our spring break goes, we have plans to go to Disney, and we have a cruise booked, and we are younger, healthy. Yeah. We have no pre-existing conditions or anything. So we're planning on going and doing our vacation as planned, and just taking the precautions that they're asking everyone to take.
We say as long as Mickey allows us, we're going.
Yeah. Sorry.
We're going to trust the powers that be.
Sorry, CDC. We listen to Mickey. Okay. Anyway, that's the update from here in Avon. You guys stay safe.
Wash your hands.